Seattle police also under the microscope for how some officers interacted with journalists caught in protests that boiled over into violent riots last month. Coming up on the news at 4:30, a closer look at the encounters now under investigation. With Seattle City Council mulling a major overhaul on the city's police force in just a matter of days, the Office of Police Accountability is investigating whether officers used unlawful force against journalists during a recent riot. Seattle police telling us it may be difficult for the officers to tell the difference between protesters and journalists during all the chaos, and that sometimes journalists may be inadvertently hit.
Q13 Simone Del Rosario and Brandon Davis obtained video at the center of an investigation.
Oh, he just scored. What are you doing? Damn it.
Caught in the chaos or a reckless disregard for journalist safety.
Into the crowd, you see the... Oh,
These scenes playing out during a Seattle police proclaimed riot the last Saturday of July.
Media!
The police treat the press and just the same as they would a protester. There's no difference.
Despite the danger, independent journalist Chris Rojas
I think this is a top to one of these.
Is determined to document these moments.
If bad things happen and no one's there to film it, then it'll just go and continue. Journalists are obligated to stay in areas like that to shine light on things that are hidden.
It's the same drive that drew him to Iraq as an embedded photojournalist during the war. Back in Seattle, he says the sounds on the street are traumatizing.
To hear that in Seattle, it is very unusual to feel like, oh, this is like Iraq. This is like being in a war zone.
The munitions may be different, but like Iraq, he says being press doesn't protect him, even though policy says it should. Seattle police told us it is always possible when standing on the line of a protest that a journalist or citizen observer may be inadvertently hit with a less lethal munition.
This is the first time I've been back here since Saturday.
So you're literally picking up pieces of what you believe is what they threw at you.
But Seattle Gay News staff writer Renee Ricchetti says she was far from the protest line when police threw a blast ball her way.
This is incredible.
Days later, the pieces are still here.
It's just all over the place. To see the physical blast ball myself really upsets me because I was just sitting there doing my job. I didn't deserve this.
Sitting on this fire escape alone, taking a break from the action, she says she happened to be recording with her professional camera when you see a bike officer walk her way and casually lob a blast ball beneath her. Embracing for the blast, she accidentally stopped recording, but the impact and the evidence remains.
So I had to watch the video over and over and over again just to believe it myself. And if I hadn't documented it on video, I wouldn't believe it happened.
When shown the video, Seattle police told us it is difficult to say whether this blast ball deployment is justified or not, as we are not able to see the activities prior to the recording. The officer's actions are under review.
If there is any evidence whatsoever that a police officer purposely targets a member of the media or legal observer.
He's tagged, he's got his media stuff on, he's got a credential.
Those complaints get directed immediately to OPA, an independent investigative body that will investigate them, and Chief Best will hold them accountable.
Many of the journalists behind these cameras say they do not want to become the story.
Oh, my head is... Oh, damn it!
They want to document the story and let the footage speak for itself. In Seattle, Simone Del Rosario, Q13 News.
Now, after many reports of journalists and legal observers facing police force during protests last week, the mayor asked multiple oversight agencies to review and update the Seattle Police Department's policies and training around identifying and protecting those covering the demonstrations.
The Office of Police Accountability continues to collect evidence for cases like these, including looking at officer body cam video and interviewing witnesses. But I got to say, that was eye-opening.
Yeah.